Last December of 2016, Toronto Police Services released their annual report on hate crime statistics, revealing to the public just how much each minority group is being targeted by hate. Well, it turns out that the Jewish community is in fact being victimized more than any other group. A whopping 30% of all hate crime is being directed towards Jews, compared to the LGBT at 17%, Muslims at 15%, and blacks at 15% as well. Now, I myself was personally shocked to find out that not only were Jews being targeted the most, but they were in fact twice as likely to be targeted than any other group. So I started thinking to myself, if that was my opinion, I can only imagine what the average person thinks. The mainstream media does a fantastic job at manipulating the facts and distorting reality to the masses. So I decided to take my phone and my trusty selfie stick to find out what the average person thinks. Which minority group would the average person suspect is being victimized by hate the most?
I'm interested in knowing what groups people think are most likely to be victimized by hate crime.
Right now, Muslims.
You think Muslims are most likely? Which group would you say is targeted by hate crime the most in Toronto?
Muslims.
Muslims, you would say? Muslims?
Religion, Muslims.
You would say Muslims, probably. What group do you think is targeted the most by hate here in Toronto?
Well, I hear a lot from my Muslim friends who wear hijab that they get a lot of flack sometimes.
Which group do you think is targeted the most by hate here in Toronto?
This group.
Black people? Or which group would you say are most likely to be victimized by hate crime here in Toronto?
Gay men.
You might be surprised to know that Jewish people are actually targeted the most. 30% of all hate crimes in Toronto are targeted towards Jewish people. Jewish people are actually most likely to be victimized. 30% of all hate crimes in Toronto. Muslims are actually third on the list. Jews are actually targeted the most. 30% of all hate crimes directed towards Jews. Surprisingly enough, Jews are targeted the most. 30% of all hate crime in Toronto is directed towards Jews. Second is the LGBT community, and then third is Muslims. Yeah.
I didn't think Jews would be the highest.
Jews are actually targeted the most. 30% of all hate crimes are directed towards Jews.
I was going to say colored minorities.
Going around seeing people's thoughts match up with the actual stats. Yeah. So any random guesses or anything? No? Okay, well Jewish people are actually targeted the most. Yeah, 30% of all hate crime in Toronto is directed towards Jews. It's actually Jewish people.
I was going to say that!
Oh, right, yeah. So second guess is Jewish people. Go with your gut instinct the next time.
I thought it.
Alright, thanks a lot guys. Have a good
And just like I suspected, not a single person got it right. The average person believes that Muslims are being targeted at a higher rate than anyone else. So why is it that the average person is under this impression? Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's because the mainstream political apparatus, that is the media, wants to manipulate us into feeling sorry for Muslims. They want us to think that Islamophobes are running rampant across Canada, and projecting the image of a victimized Muslim is part of the political agenda that runs the mainstream media. I say we stand together with our Jewish friends, and we put an end to anti-Semitism. We stop pretending that Muslims and the LGBT are the biggest victim of hate, when Jews are in fact twice as likely to be victimized. So thank you all very much for watching this video. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. And until the next time guys, have a good one.